Hi, just talking about something very swiftly here, just some updates on the Cybertruck. Of course, the FBI has stated that the individual shot themselves with a self-inflicted gunshot wound in the head just moments before detonating the explosive. That's what they're saying. They're saying this person was a 37-year-old Green Beret. Apparently, this information is coming from the FBI. Now, when you look at the actual screenshot, people have been saying, researchers have been saying, what's particularly interesting at the very moment the bomb goes off is the individual can be seen there, and you can see their neckline right there. They can be seen there still stationary. If they shot themselves in the head, they would have slumped forward. As this individual here, this researcher states, Daniel Davis's Deep Dives did a video on this, which is here. Let's play the video so you can take a look at it.
This proves 100% clearly that this person was not dead before the explosion. Even if it was a regular weapon and he just killed himself, then obviously he would have been slumped forward. His head would have been on the wheel. You can't stay upright after you've shot yourself. It's physically impossible. So now then that leaves us with, if what we're being told over and over is he shot himself, and yet here very clearly he didn't, then what are we to make of what else we're being told?
Points there, obviously, by Daniel Deep Dives, and a lot of people talking about this, and I find it quite interesting. Now, there's some updates anyway regarding the Cybertruck. You can see it on screen, and it's not like it's an anomaly for information to come out counter to the FBI. The FBI hasn't, as far as I know, provided any updates. The reason why this is interesting is, again, it shows you the speed at which the community can analyze something and have a look at something in detail when they have access to the information. That's why I think a lot of this investigation, a lot of these types of investigations, there should be a high level of transparency. The information should just go straight to the public. The public can help. They put it in all these little bundles to say that, no, we will, compromise the investigation or whatever. Okay, these are just arguments to hide information, as we've seen. But anyway, there's an update there. The individual, as you can see there in the driver's seat, is stationary or seated upward at the moment the explosion takes place. And that is pretty much that. Now, you have had other Green Berets come out. Here's the Green Beret Chronicles here, talking about Sean Ryan and Sam Shoemate are lying, he states. This is a Green Beret Reacts, and there's a number of these individuals that are making videos. This person here is a Green Beret who runs a Green Berets channel, fairly big one, 75,000 subscribers. And they are just basically say that you can read their headline there. They say that they're lying. Of course, make your own interpretations as to that. And then, of course, you had the other Green Beret I talked about the other day who said basically Green Berets are trained in explosives. They're trained in order to maximize damage. None of this actually runs parallel with that. For all we know, this is all we know, okay? This is actually all we know at the moment. We know that an individual who was, drove up in a Cybertruck outside Trump's building there, one of Trump's buildings there in Las Vegas, and it detonated. That's all you know. That's the only information that's known, right? We don't know if the person knew they had explosives in the car. We don't know that at all, right? Now, the FBI's narrative makes it seem like the individual knew they had explosives in the car. That's the narrative you're getting from it. That's why he shot himself in the head was, okay, he was committing suicide, then he detonated the bomb. Or he set the bomb off, and then he shot himself in the head, and there was a timer a minute later, actually a few seconds later, or whatever their narrative is, and then it exploded. That's not the reality. The reality is he didn't shoot himself in the head. If he'd shot himself in the head, as Daniel from Daniel's Deep Dive stated, he would have fell forward. It's absolutely what would have happened, right? You would have shot yourself in the head. There would have been a sudden head movement from shooting yourself. There's no motion on the shoulder, as you can see in the video. There's very limited head movement. You can see plainly he's still alive. But implanting the idea of shooting himself in the head, it also implants the idea that he went there for a reason. He executes himself, then he executes the bomb. Without that particular detail, you don't lead the narrative in a certain direction, if you see what I mean. Very interesting that that particular narrative lead, that particular steering mechanism is vapor, and it's not real. It doesn't resemble reality. Of course, that's not an anomaly when we're talking about these types of things. Will the news update? No, maybe they might. Maybe they might after a week, and after when it doesn't matter anymore. The narrative has already been solidified in the minds of the people that there was an individual drove up, blew up their car. See, the Green Beret said that the explosion doesn't mimic the types of training that a Green Beret has in order to maximize explosion. All these are narratives, right? You can put this on a blackboard and you can say, okay, this. What is the kind of overall direction of this? Anyway, and then you have the document come out, right? This document comes out where it's anomalous. It kind of looks a bit weird. Some people say it's real. Some people say it's not. It was a screen capture. But it also implants these ideas that he believes he's being tracked. He believes these things are happening to him. Then now the new narrative is he's on medication. He had all these kinds of problems with him. Maybe this is true. But the main point is you can't believe any of it because it's not measurable. I mean, at least you can look at this video and you can measure the head. You can say how the direction of the head is something happening there. All that other stuff is just the hearsay stuff, right? So all that's known basically is he drove up there, he blew up, he did not shoot himself in the head, and the other stuff which is known is some type of message was being sent, right? Whether it was from the true architects of the bomb, whether that was him or whether that was someone else driving the Cybertruck, which of course is associated with Elon Musk, and blowing it up outside a Trump-esque location, kind of sends a type of message. Okay, and you've had Trump has had 3 assassination attempts on his life, 4 if you count the one back when he was running in 2016. I mean, how many assassination attempts has ever been made against the establishment candidates? Right? No, none, because if there were, they're probably shut down before they actually get anywhere, or the situation is that they strangely just don't happen. Anyway, that's it for this video. Just thought I'd update on that. Also, just a note before I go, I do have my novel, The Bootstrap Paradox, 99 cents at the moment on Amazon. If you did purchase it before, think about leaving me a review. That would help me out. And also The Lift. I've had good reviews on this. People say they enjoy it. Do you like old-fashioned kind of 1980s-esque stories? Do you like things like that, kind of a bit strange and unusual? I think you might like The Lift. My title there is Cosmic Horror with Burning Chrome. Although classically it's probably like a crime story or a heist story with a little bit of a strange twist, you know, reminiscent of what you might see in the old Twilight Zone or Outer Limits. It's 99 cents at the moment. You want to check that out, or $8 as a paperback. Okay, Bootstrap Paradox is $12. This is in US dollars as a paperback. And that's about it for today's video. I'll see you later.